Morning! It is day 2. I'm on the Disney Fantasy, heading to the east of the Caribbean. Today is a day at sea, so whilst we're not in a port and we're currently on our way to the Caribbean, there's activities on the ship. You can check what activities are on the ship via the navigator, which is this lovely document here. This gets dropped in your stateroom by your host when they do turn down service. So normally when you go off to dinner, that's when they'll do the turn down service. So on here it goes through the different portions of the day. So it's like morning, afternoon, evening. And Mary Poppins is going to be playing in the Walt Disney Theatre. So obviously it's a brand new film, very popular. And a lot of people know that when they're coming on a Disney cruise, they get to see the latest Disney films, so they tend to wait. So I'm glad that they put it in the theatre, because that means that it won't fill up too quickly, hopefully. So planning to go to that. Had a lovely night's sleep, and my neck is feeling a lot better today. There is still a slight twinge, but that's normally the case when you have a bad neck from sleeping. It takes a good 2 or 3 days to go away. But no, the bed was very comfortable, as you can see via the very messy sheets. Oh, let's have a look on the veranda, shall we? Good morning, Disney Cruise! It is about time for breakfast. I am very hungry. What did we do last night? So, shortly after I signed off, friend B joined us. I haven't seen her in a while either, so the three of us had a really nice catch up, which was really, really lovely, and I'm looking forward to seeing them a little bit later, but they're busy this morning, so I'm going to head to breakfast. I've been debating between Cabanas or Royal Court, because Cabanas is like a buffet and Royal Court is like a table service. So I might go to the service just because it's, I don't know, a little bit fancier. It also means I get to talk to someone as well. What the hell was that noise? Anyway, going out around the ship today, I am going to be taking one of the wave phones with me. If you don't know how to use these, essentially, if you want to connect to somebody else's stateroom, you dial 41 and then the stateroom number. So 9164 would be mine, and that would get you through to this phone. But there's basically three numbers for your stateroom. So if you dialed 91641, so adding a 1 to the stateroom number, you'd get one of the wave phones, and if you dialed 91642, you'd get the other wave phone, and the number's actually on the second line there. So they're really simple to use. Just make sure you do not use them. Like, they're very expensive to be replaced, and you will get charged if they're not in your room when you return. Right, let's go and get some food. Adam is hungry. Next in the stateroom, just gonna lift that up to save the power, save the planet. Word to the wise, they do offer character breakfast at Animator's Palette. They open that at 8:15, I believe, or maybe they do reservation times. I'm not sure. Regardless, the line was long, so if you have a reservation there, go early. Turns out on Disney Cruise Line, I'm an early riser because it's 8:15 and there's no one here. And they're playing Ratatouille music. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. I'm very much tearing up though. Crying, I'm not crying. Listening to this music around the Disney Fantasy, I'm here for it. I think the thing that's making me the most emotional is the music walking around the ship, like, especially when there's no one here. It's just so Disney and so magical, and I think I'm just gonna keep crying this entire cruise. So on deck 4, I think I'm on, In the corner they have something called the Vista Cafe, which is a nice little coffee shop, which I think opens earlier than the main dining location, which is at 8:30, so downstairs opens at 8:30. And I also went to guest services to ask if they had any tours, and they're actually doing one at 9:30, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Honestly, one of my favourite things about the Disney fantasy and the Disney dream is that if you're walking around and you see those pieces of art, they might just spring into life with a touch of pixie dust, and I'm just so emotional all the time. Anyway, so the tour is like a full walking tour of the ship. Not as like an introductory to the ship, but more of like this is why the Imagineers did what they did, and like it's all magical and stuff. And that meets on the Fantasy on Sundays at 9:30 AM in the Meridian Bar on deck 12 aft, I think. It's making a noise. Oh, she's coming to life. Whoa, this is so cool. Like, they don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. Oh my god, I can actually stop it and everything. That was really cool. That was really something. Aboard the Disney Fantasy, I think the Disney Dream as well, they actually have a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique on board. So if you want to get your little prince or princess made over, they do have a range of packages. Some of them are quite expensive, but that gives you an idea. So you can have a little prince costume or a princess costume. I know this one is like, that package is something like $750. So yeah, it's only for a special occasion or if you have money to spare, I guess. But it's super cute. There's a trick they actually use on Disney Cruise Line that they also use on Main Street USA. So if you are going down Main Street, you might see that the buildings look 3 stories tall, when in actual fact they're only 2 stories tall. And that's because they make the buildings go up half the size as they go up a story, and they kind of use that same trick on Disney Cruise Line. So if you look down there, compare that to the 2nd floor and then the 3rd floor, they go up in like half a height, as it were, or 2/3 a height, and that's to give you the idea of forced perspective, so it looks taller than it really is. I feel really fancy. I got eggs Benedict with smoked salmon. Very happy about this. Whenever I have eggs Benedict, I like to have it with fresh tomato, and they actually managed to bring me fresh tomato to have with it. And they also brought me milk for my tea, because they only had half and half on the table. I like going on cruises. Breakfast was really delicious. I was in there for about 30 minutes. The servers are just really awkward because they obviously don't have a lot of people that come on their own. And then like are happy to dine by themselves, because he was like, when I was checking in, he was like, oh, would you like to sit with other people? Would you rather sit by yourself? I was like, I'm happy to sit by myself. He was like, oh, okay. So, because I'm like still doing work whilst I'm on the ship, like I've got lots of things to do. I can't tell you what these things are, but doing them. So I'm quite happy to just sit there like on my phone just doing work and stuff like that, and they were so confused. They just didn't understand it. I think they were used to people like wanting to sit with other people. So when walking down the hallways and looking out the window, because I'm walking against the way the ship is going, it looks like I'm walking at 50 miles an hour. Would I be? No. I'm going fast though. It is a beautiful morning on deck 12. Finding Nemo is currently playing on Funnel Vision. This is this massive, great big screen they have. Kids are in the pool, having a great time. It seems like everyone just goes to the pools and watches the movie. I like it. I don't think the aqueduct is open at the moment. I don't know if it's because of wind speed or whatever. But that's so... So deck 13 forward is for over 18s only. Let's have a look. you want a place to sun lounge, the over 18 area is the place to be. These have got like squishy cushions and stuff, whilst the other ones made by the pool are just like mesh. Yep, it's that windy. I'm actually fighting it right now. If you need to go to a restroom, deck 12 aft, which is where Paolo's and Remy's are. Look at this bathroom. It's insane. Look, they've got little towels. Just saying. So I'm on deck 12 aft. You can get here from going to the staircase of Cabanas and then going directly up one. It's the bar that's next to Paolo and Remy, which is the fine dining locations. It's the Art of the Theme show tour, which starts at 9:30. There's a lot of people already inside. So I will go on the tour, I'll film what I can, and then I'll just give you a little review about what the tour was like and what I learned and that fun stuff.
Bathroom doors have globes on them. The elevator doors here have the globe on them. Behind the check-in desk there, the big globe, preparing us for the meridian, okay? It's all preparing us. Now we have to talk about the carpet, okay? It's my favorite part. Disney Cruise Line loves our carpeting, okay? Over 100 different styles and types of carpeting used in the design of our ships. The interesting thing about Europa, there are no clocks. Well, except for Big Ben, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. The Skyline Lounge, if you think about it, we're talking about Europa and the different areas of Europa, and this area is kind of sort of like an ambassador's penthouse, right? It's very chic in here, very modern, some might say, but it's got all of those elements in here, so I'd like to talk about those 4 design elements.
I was just walking past the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and I got talking to the lovely fairy godmother in training, Ella.
Hello.
Are you having a magical day?
I'm having a nice magical day in the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, the most magical place on the ship.
Noted. She's just showing me around. They've got Swarovski crystals in here. What was that?
So that's the classic tiara and wand for Princess Aurora. Anna, Elsa, with the signature ball gowns, which has the princess's autograph stitched in the bottom.
No way. That's cute.
These are the really special ball gowns.
Really special means really expensive. So this is where they sit.
So they come in, they get their hair done, their makeup, their nails, and then they get to make a big wish at the end with real pixie dust from Tinkerbell.
No way.
And then we turn them around and they finish their transformation, they get to see. So this is a Rapunzel's wedding gown. It's a $795 package. It includes the tiara, the shoes, hair, makeup, nails, Rebecca Hook jewellery, and then the robe, which is new. Brand new for this cruise. So it's Rapunzel's.
Literally just started this cruise.
Yeah, brand new. It gets delivered to the stateroom in the evening. So once they come in, done the full transformation, and they go back, then they get to have their robe before they go to bed. So there'll be a princess named.
Oh, it comes in like a protective thing as well.
Yeah, in the dress bag. These ones do. The special ones come with the dress bag.
Nice.
Like
There's also a package that includes getting your own Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique trunk.
So take all your ball gowns home.
Pro tip, if you want to come on a Disney cruise and not hear children, deck 5 probably isn't for you, and I'm very grateful I'm not on deck 5. I've just got back to the room. A very special thank you to the fairy godmother in training who kindly showed me around the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Obviously as a man of 25 years old, I'm not normally going to get the opportunity to go in and show you guys that. So at least that you have an idea of what the experience might look like if you've never been before, or if you're thinking about doing it. And what the dresses also look like as well. That was really cool. So that tour, really good. I really enjoyed it. It was about an hour. It was a lot of walking, so bear in mind that if you're not a fan of walking, it might not be for you. It was quite a large group. I was expecting it to be like a small amount of people, but quite a lot actually. But yeah, loads of stuff about like how the Imagineers designed the ship. Got some nice fun facts and stuff from it, and I'd recommend it. I'll probably do it again as well. Because they said that if you do it with a different cast member, they'll probably remember different things, because they said it's a 90-page script, so there's that. I'm just going to chill in the room for a bit, watch the sea go by, maybe pop up to Flo's and go and get some lunch. Yeah, I'm just having a really nice time. I'm really relaxed, which is a big change. And my neck isn't hurting as much anymore as well, so I'm really, really, really happy about that. This is the life. So I've come down to Flo's to get some lunch. I don't know what I fancy though, sorry. I did in fact go for the spicy chicken sandwich, and look at that gorgeousness. They have like a salad bar up there as well. I just had to bring some cutlery with me, and I picked up a Coca-Cola in my refillable drink canister, so it should stay nice and cold. You know how I feel about Disney fries and barbecue sauce. It's Heinz barbecue sauce, I think. Or tastes like it anyway. I'm happy. Ratatouille's on the TV, and let me tell you about this spicy chicken sandwich. Really spicy. I know it probably comes in the title, but oh my god. It's nice though, I really like it. Currently on deck 4 with friend Day. Wave. We are heading in to see Mary Poppins Returns in a few short minutes. We've taken a few minutes to come out on deck 4 to have a little sit down. Should we go for a walk? Let's go for a walk. So we're going to have a little stroll. I think they said if you did, is it 2 laps is a mile? Something like that. They said it on the tour this morning. Maybe it's 1 lap is a mile. That sounds like that sounds like it makes more sense. But yeah, they let you in. So basically, I think I mentioned it earlier in this vlog or in yesterday's vlog. They normally have the films in the cinema, but obviously because Mary Poppins Returns is a very new and popular film, they've actually put it in the theatre today, which is quite good. I'm just loving this, like nice sea breeze, fresh air. Well, it's not really that fresh because I can't really breathe through my nose right now. Just walking along deck 4, and how beautiful is that shot? Oh, I want this to be my life forever. I know this is kind of weird, but I'm in the men's room. Look at the ceiling of this restroom. So when you're having your business, you can see yourself. Look at this, hand-tiled walls. And I said on the tour this morning, this is the second most photographed bathroom in the whole Walt Disney Company. The first is the Tangled toilets in Walt Disney World, which makes sense. They've got popcorn and drinks for sale. Cute. One of the downsides about walking around the decks is that my hair goes incredibly fluffy. Look at that. I look like I've stuck my finger on a plug. They've got this nice big screen out, so it should be a nice experience to watch this film. Can't wait. I love it. I've already seen it twice, but you know, went on Disney Cruise Line. As you can imagine, love that film. Mary Poppins Returns. In my element, absolutely loved it. I was like miming along, just having a great old time. The lovely Calcia has done my room, so I'm very much enjoying just coming back to what was a messy room to a nice clean room. I mean, I'm not the messiest hotel guest, but it's nice to have my bed made for me. I've also got my laundry and ironing back, which is fantastic. That was basically the price that's on the form is the standard rate for next day service, so that's they will return it by 5:30 p.m. on the next day. So I gave it to Calcia about 5 o'clock last night, and obviously it's already been returned, and it's 4 o'clock now the next day, which is fantastic because obviously I had my smartware with that. Save me doing it myself. You can do it yourself. There are laundry facilities on board, including ironing boards and washing machines and stuff, and you can actually pay. You have to pay for them, but you can do that with your room key. But yeah, I'm on vacation, so I decided to get them done properly because I don't want to iron shirts. I'm terrible at ironing shirts. But they've done a really, really good job. Especially because some of these are like my summery... Oh, they've done that really well. I've never been able to iron that properly. Can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that the underwear that they washed for me, they wrapped in Disney Cruise Line tissue paper. How adorable is that? I'm currently watching Star Wars The Last Jedi. I watched Force Awakens on a day or two ago? I can't remember where. Oh, it was on TV when I had my sick day in the room. So yeah, watching a bit of that. I've got an hour until the show. So basically, if you're on the second seating of dinner, you go and see the show at 6:15, and then if you have the earlier seating, which I think is like 5:45, then you go to the later show, which is at 8:30. Don't quote me on that. It is formal night tonight, so I'm looking forward to dressing up a little bit. I've got a light pink jacket that I'm going to wear. Formal night is very much like, some people go all out, some people go halfway, some people don't bother. So as long as you're not turning up in like flip-flops and a t-shirt, I think you'll probably be okay. But yeah, I need to jump in the shower and make myself beautiful. I'm all did up. This is my outfit. Ooh la la, la la, la la. Let me give you a little tour of it. So, here we have, this jacket was bought through Moss, but I think it is French Connection. This is a Moss own brand, I think. It was on sale, 75% off. Thank you very much. These trousers are from Hollister. They're just some beige jeans or cream jeans. Shoes, God knows. I've had them for a very long time. They don't actually go with this outfit, but they're the only smart shoes I brought, so pat on the head to me. The show is starting in 15 minutes, so I'm going to head down to see that because it's Wishes tonight, which is a family favourite aboard Disney Cruise Line. And then I'm heading to dinner not long after that, and I might treat myself to a beverage. Just a little one, just a little beverage. So Disney Wishes? Not a fan. The show's actually still going on, and I snuck out whilst it was still kind of going on. My thoughts on it are that it's probably just dated compared to the other Disney Cruise Line shows that I've seen. Like, it's probably been around the longest. I hadn't actually seen it. It was Believe that I've seen, which is actually on this cruise later on. I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yeah, like, it was a very loose storyline to string together a load of Disney numbers. It didn't have much scenery and like, it wasn't like the original soundtrack, so you couldn't just enjoy that. It was obviously like a new sung version of it. So yeah, just not my style, really. On the other hand though, drinks. So on board, this is the price of Wi-Fi. If you want to pay as you go, it's 25 cents per megabyte, which is quite expensive. If you want a small bundle, that's $20, well, $19. Medium bundle for 300 megabytes is $39, or if you want to get a gigabyte, it's $89. And it's relevant for the duration of your cruise. You will get a signal here that tells you how much you have remaining, and you can log in, log out as you please. One thing I find very interesting about coming on Disney Cruise Line as a solo traveller is cast members not necessarily knowing how to like interact with you, because they're so used to families and couples and stuff. When you're just by yourself, they're like, oh, is anyone else coming? And I'm like, no, it's just me. I've got about 45 minutes until dinner, and I'll be dining by myself tonight. Friend A and friend B are otherwise occupied. So I come back to the room. I've got, I always struggle to find out, is that a bear? Or a cat. Maybe it's a cat. Whatever it is, it's adorable. Yeah, so basically, wasn't a massive fan of the show. Let me just turn a light on so you can see what's going on. Lovely. So, left the show obviously, but everyone else is kind of in first sitting. So literally nothing was happening. And there wasn't anything on schedule because obviously they expect everyone to be in dinner or watching the show. So I would say between 6 and 8, if you don't want to go to the show and you're not in first sitting, don't be surprised if you don't find a lot to do. That is what I've learned tonight. I got ready in time so that I could be at the show just in my smart attire, watch the show, and then hopefully just like have a drink and go to dinner. But obviously, if you weren't going to the show, it would make more sense to just kind of chill out in your stateroom from 6 and then get ready for dinner at 8:15 if you were on second sitting, for example. So this is a learning process for me. Solo cruising, I'm really having a wonderful time so far. I really am. It's a learning experience for me because I've never really been on this kind of holiday by myself. I've always been with family and friends. I love having a stateroom to myself. Oh, it's such a luxury. Not having to wait for the bathroom, not having people snore. Like literally everyone I've ever been on holiday with on a cruise snores. So it's that's really nice. And I like the fact that my friends can come over and just visit my stateroom and we can hang out during the day and stuff. So no, I am having a wonderful time. It's just there's some things with being by yourself that are quite difficult to navigate. For example, if you have nothing to do and there's no activities. So yeah, so far so good. Just need to kind of work on myself and what I'm planning on doing. During the day, I was absolutely fine today. Whenever I was on my own, I was absolutely fine. There was always plenty going on, whether it was going to see Mary Poppins, for example, or going to watch an activity or going for a walk. Like there was always something to do during the day. That was fine. The evening I'm finding quite difficult, obviously, because I'm like dressed up in this dapper wear, but I'm not really with anyone. So I'll see what it's like after dinner. I might go out after dinner and give that a go. See if there's like an evening show or something. I've met a few people, like just chatting and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. I'm waffling again, aren't I? Okay, this is the Animator's Palette menu. One of my favourite things about Animator's Palette is this little artist butter knife they give you. How adorable is that? Tonight, I have been told that the tomato tart is rather lovely. And there's also chicken and walnut salad, which is very tempting. Although baked potato and cheddar soup. Oh no! Oh no!
Check out the 360 flip off the way by the Crush Man.
Woohoo! That was fun. See you later.
Thanks, Moonfish. See you later.
I just had the cheddar cheese and bread soup. It may be one of the best soups I've ever had in my life. Really nice. What does it look like?
I know you don't know that you're doing it.
Dog or horse?
Yeah, animal, right? He's walking in this direction. I don't know where he find on that side. You need to move one crayon to make him walk any other direction.
Okay, I think I can do it.
Yeah, there we go.
One crayon.
Yes. So what do you like to have for your dessert?
Can I please get the cookies and cream sundae? And coffee with cream, please. Thank you. Someone in the dining room is celebrating their 100th birthday, and all of the officers have come down to wish them happy birthday and sing the happy birthday song. How nice is that? They got like a nice cake and everything. Just got back to the room to see my senses spa appointment card. Ooh. I've desmartetized, as you can see. I'm currently in my morning gear. If you would like your own morning or Adam Hattan branded merchandise, there is a link to my shop in the description box below. And there is also a link below to my dream guide, an unofficial guide to Walt Disney World. It's a book that I wrote over the course of a year and gives you all the information you would need, whether you're going to Disney World for the first time or for the 51st time. And I'm really proud of it. And the feedback I've had has made me very happy. So, link below if you're interested in that. I'm very much a morning person. I'm coming to realise that more and more. I'm 25 years old, and at 10:30 I'm in the cabin, basically in my pyjamas, trying to watch a film. Should be out clubbing, shouldn't I? going out to the bars and the clubs by myself is a little bit out of my comfort zone, and whilst I'm more than happy to push my comfort zone, I have already pushed it a lot today. Like going to dinner by myself tonight, that was interesting. It wasn't bad. I actually found it quite liberating in a weird way. Like, because it's only me at the table. So yeah, I've done a lot today by myself, and I don't want to push myself too far because I'm still here to enjoy myself. So with that being said, I hope you tune in for the next cruise line vlog. Please like this vlog if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see all my future stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.